Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. There we go again with Trophy Manager, and today is quite an important day because we're about to find out if we have some new young players, young and promising players, and talented players to hire for the team, and this is where you have to go in order to obtain them. So this menu over here, then youth development, and once every week you get a report about three players who can be more or less talented according to your youth facilities level. So, but yeah, I'd like to go more into depth on the Thursday video. Today we're about to find out if we have very good talents coming up. So I select normal talents because usually old talents are too old to improve enough. And since I've got a good level of training facilities, I prefer normal talents or younger talents over old talents because this way I can exploit the full potential of my training facilities and obtain better players usually because old talents tend to improve less over time. So there we go, normal talents. I have no need for a specific position because my team is basically complete now, or it will be in the next future. So get reports. There we go. Three players. 1, 2, 3. Now we want to reveal all of their abilities and potential. So there we go. This guy here does not look very strong already. Left midfielder, of course, when you've got a winger like this guy here, most important things are stamina, pace, crossing, and work rate. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to keep up with the pace throughout the match without enough stamina, pace, and work rate. Of course, wingers are well known to be the players who run the most throughout any possible match. So those things are very important. Those three things: so stamina, pace, and work rate. Then we've got crossing abilities. Of course, wingers are meant to kick plenty of crosses into the penalty box. So you definitely need this value to be quite high. It's not the worst I have ever seen, but it's still quite low. And this guy is aged 18. Had it been 17, it would look way better, but nah, no, it doesn't really look very promising to me. Technique also is quite important, but in this case, I think I'm not going to keep him. So this guy here forward, good work rate, which is not very important for a forward, for a centre forward. Then we've got stamina, not super important. Strength instead is quite important. Pace is very important. Finishing, of course. Technique, heading abilities are very important. Long shots, they are. But yeah, 18 years old still. It does not look very promising today, I'm afraid. So, another winger slash centre midfielder. Set pieces, quite interesting, but for a centre midfielder, work rate, positioning, passing, of course, technique are not very high. The pace is not that important as long as you have very good technique and passing abilities and a high work rate and good positioning. But yeah, even defensive abilities are not very high. 4-5-4 for heading. Nah, they don't look promising, I'm afraid. I'm going to fire them all. Yes. Well, I'm sorry, but today it was quite a disappointing video, I'm afraid. Let's talk. Let's talk training. If I had to hire these guys, I would go straight into training. So you hire a forward. The first thing you want to do is to train his finishing drills most of the time. Then it actually depends on any individual skills, but yeah, that's what you would like to do mainly, finishing skills. Otherwise, usually, if you want to train a central midfielder, then you've got to go here, tactical drills. Well, most of the time. Today, I think we're done with the video. Yes. Then we'll go more into depth in the future videos about the specific trainings. But yeah, I wanted to show you today the youth development because it's very important for a long-term strategy and planning. As I told you in my very first video, this game is all about planning. It's all about making plans and programs about what you want to do in the future. Otherwise, you're just stuck. It's quite I would say, a slow game somehow, because it takes time to improve facilities, to improve your team, to get new young players, to have a good chance to get good players with the transfers. So it's quite a slow game. So you want to plan in order to make it faster. Otherwise, it's going to take 30 years in order to grab a win, and you, of course, do not want this to happen. Am I wrong? Well, I'm afraid this is all for today. I was very pleased to have you here, and see you in the next video, guys.